At the very end of the first day, around 11:45, a Pakistani tank battalion, one of the two from the 17th Lancers Armored Regiment, was in Alexandria along I-95 here, between the Potomac River to their north, the Pentagon to their west, and Reagan Airport to their east. And they were poised to capture the airport at this time upon completing skirmishes with roughly 80 defenders that still remained up to this point. Also, at the same time, two of the three Mech Inf battalions of the 92nd, the two preparing to cross the Potomac, had done so and were now en route to seize Leesburg, Virginia, its airport, and then on to the Dulles International Airport to seize it, to turn both into forward operating bases for future use. But before they could do that, they surrounded, isolated, and accosted and destroyed roughly 210 civilian defenders before proceeding on to their objectives. At 12:10 a.m. on day 2, shelling continues to rage in the hotly contested eastern suburbs, as civilians take refuge underground in the metro system and sewers, as well as wounded defenders and those utilizing it as a way to move place to place, as well as stockpile logistical supplies needed for the battle raging on the streets above. Similar in concept to the Phoenix story, my second story I ever wrote. By 11:45, the last pocket of defenders in the northern suburbs, paramilitary of the alphabet gangs, here and here, had been totally wiped out, and also here in the pincer, being forced to retreat deeper into the defensive ring, to the next to last defensive ring, inside the capital proper. By 12:55 a.m., one Mech Infantry battalion in the south, the one belonging to the 93rd Mechanized Infantry Division of the 31st Group Army of the PLA, that had recently paused the day prior after crossing the bridges on the Beltway, pivoted and turned north and entered the southwestern suburbs here, in order that they be in position to occupy and possibly aid the Pakistanis were they to be called upon to do so. 5 a.m. After Walter Reed fell to a pincer of a tank battalion of main battle tanks and two Mech Infantry battalions in the northwest, or far northern corner of the city proper, the defenders had moved south to the second defensive line as mentioned earlier, but by 6, 2 mechanized infantry and 1 tank battalion are breaking through and starting to push towards the Supreme Court building in this area right here. And by 6:30 a.m., artillery battalions, both belonging to the 93rd Mech Infantry Division of the 31st GA, cease shelling neighborhoods in this area by the court, as 3 mechanized infantry and 1 tank battalion capture the building itself after heavy fighting. by 7 a.m., after fighting the eastern suburban pocket to its west and the Air Force Base to its east, 4 battalions of the Belarusian Army's 11th Mech Infantry Brigade prepare to press into DC proper after seizing the airbase itself and defeating it. I will continue with the rest of Day 2 going into Day 3 next in the next video.